In the heart of a bustling African city where wealth and poverty live side by side like strangers forced to share a room, there was once a woman who wandered the streets in torn clothes. Her hair was unkempt. Her laughter echoed strangely in the air. Some called her mad. Others crossed the road when they saw her coming. But what no one knew was that behind those broken eyes was a woman who once owned half of the city, and even fewer knew this truth. She was not born mad. She chose it. Long before the city knew her as a shadow of herself, she was known as Amara, a bright and intelligent young girl. She had a friend, Chioma. From childhood, they were inseparable. They attended the same primary school, always walking hand in hand under the hot sun, sharing snacks and dreams bigger than their small world. They went to the same secondary school, where teachers often joked that they were soulmates. And when university came, fate refused to separate them. They studied together, laughed, and suffered together through sleepless nights and difficult exams. But life, as it always does, began to shift the balance. Amara began to rise. She was brilliant, strategic, and lucky. Opportunities followed her like shadows. After graduation, she built connections that turned into wealth. Chioma, on the other hand, struggled silently. She was not lazy, nor unintelligent, but life seemed to push her backwards, no matter how hard she ran forward. Still, she never envied Amara. She loved her. Or so she believed. Years later, Amara began to face a problem she could not explain. It started small, then it grew into something humiliating. She began to experience bedwetting as an adult. At first, she hid it. Then she tried medicine, then doctors. But nothing worked. Her confidence began to break. Her fear grew louder than her success. One night, in tears, she called Chioma, and for the first time in years, Amara saw not the successful woman everyone admired, but a broken friend. Amara begged for help. Chioma, desperate to save her, suggested something she herself did not fully understand: spiritual intervention. Against better judgment, they both agreed to visit a powerful herbalist known only in whispers, a man feared in the city, a man said to see beyond the physical world.
The herbalist listened to Amara's story in silence. The room smelled of herbs, smoke, and something ancient. When he finally spoke, his voice was slow and heavy. "There is a price," he said. Amara leaned forward. "What price?" The herbalist looked at both of them before answering. "If you want this problem to end completely, you must be willing to pay with time, not money." Silence settled between them. He continued, "For 10 years, you must give up your life as you know it. You must live as one who has lost her mind." Amara's breath caught in her throat. Chioma turned to look at her. The herbalist's voice grew firmer. "For 10 years, the world must see you as nothing. Only then will you be free." The room fell silent. Amara felt her heart pounding.
Chioma thought Amara would refuse, but Amara turned to her and said softly, "This is the only way I can survive." Amara felt trapped between fear and love, and in the end, she said yes. Not because she understood, but because she trusted her friend more than she trusted herself. From that moment, everything changed. Amara's life ended, and something else began. The transformation was immediate. Amara began to act differently in public. She laughed at nothing, spoke to voices no one could hear, walked barefoot through the streets. To the world, she had lost her mind. People mocked her, children threw stones, adults avoided her. Even those who once knew her crossed to the other side of the road. But behind the appearance of madness, Amara was still there, watching, remembering, enduring. Meanwhile, Chioma's condition disappeared completely. Her life flourished, her business expanded, her influence grew. She told everyone the same story. "My friend ran away after losing her mind." No one questioned it.
Years passed, almost a decade, but something strange began to surface. Amara started noticing inconsistencies. She realized the herbalist's instructions were never necessary. She discovered through a former assistant of the herbalist, Amara learned the truth. The madness was not a cure. It was a setup, a way to erase Amara from the picture designed by Chioma and the herbalist. Everything had been arranged from the beginning. The betrayal cut deeper than pain.
Something changed in Amara that day, not her mind, but her purpose. She stopped wandering aimlessly. She began to document everything, every conversation she overheard, every witness, every hidden connection between Chioma and the herbalist. Slowly, patiently, she built a case. Not with anger, but with precision. Because madness, she realized, had been her disguise, and now, truth would be her weapon. On the 10th year, Amara returned, not as the broken woman the city knew, but as something far more dangerous. She appeared at a public gathering where Chioma was being celebrated. At first, people tried to chase her away, but then she spoke, calmly, clearly. She revealed documents, witness testimonies, financial records, and the truth behind the herbalist's deception. The crowd listened in shock. Chioma tried to deny it, but the evidence was too strong. The empire built on betrayal began to collapse in real time. The herbalist disappeared into the chaos he once controlled, and Chioma was left standing in the ruins of her own choices.
Amara did not shout. She did not argue. After revealing the truth before everyone, she simply stepped back and let the evidence speak for itself. The crowd that once admired Chioma began to murmur. Whispers turned into accusations. Accusations turned into outrage. Because this was no longer just betrayal, it was deception, manipulation, and fraud. Within days, the story spread across the city. Authorities became involved. Investigations began. And the truth, no matter how deeply buried, refused to stay hidden. Chioma, once celebrated, became a symbol of disgrace. Her business empire collapsed piece by piece. Accounts were frozen, properties were seized. Everything she built on lies vanished. As for the herbalist, his shrine was shut down, his secrets exposed. In the end, both of them faced the weight of their actions, not in whispers, but in the open for the world to see, far away from the noise and downfall. Amara walked quietly into a new life, not as a victim, but as a woman who survived betrayal and reclaimed her destiny. Because in the end, truth does not fight loudly. It simply waits and wins. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you never miss a new story. And tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were Amara? Follow for more powerful stories like this.